It's like your father, a woman who has issues with their father, which a large percentage of us do. It's
Right.
like your father calling you out of the blue, or your brother, or your sibling, or a male figure in your life, being like,
Mhm.
hey, whew, you were there too. Or just the acknowledgement of our existence and our
Right.
power and our strength, and not saying that diminishes there. The only men that I have seen be able to say those things and do those things are men who, from this community, who have done the work in the psychedelic
Yeah.
space, who have shed their ego, and they are able to communicate in a way that is welcoming and powerful and loving. Not that my existence doesn't invalidate your existence. It doesn't. We can be all here together, which you think is a very simple concept, but in those
Apparently not.
spaces, fairly not. Yeah, is a thing. And in general, even before I entered the psychedelic space, seeing and as supporting men in my life to heal has always been something that is very important to me. One, because I have my own trauma from it, but also I present in a masculine form. I don't identify as non-binary, but the world sees me as that. And because of that, I've been able to connect with men in a way that a lot of women can't. I've seen the vulnerability and they've shown me that. And I'm like, you could show this to the world. And I promise someone would be okay with it. There's a book that I read a few years ago that I love dearly. It's by a woman named Liz Plank, who wrote For the Love of Men. And
Hmm.
phenomenal book, but it's essentially from that perspective of she would be in all these feminist spaces, but there was no men in the room having conversations in regard to what they were talking about. And it's like, how can we heal everyone collective
Mhm.
if we're not even having them in a conversation about this, because they're a part of it just as much as we are. I think that continuing that conversation, continuing to heal collectively, and particularly healing men from having to feel as if they can be vulnerable, if they cannot show their true colors, share their experiences, have feelings, all of that needs to be dismantled. Basically, the premise of her book is that the patriarchy only really helps like 1%, and the rest of them it actually damages. And like, it's not a woman's job to heal a man. I think
Right.
that's been quintessentially historically what is we've been told. It is not that. But if we show them the door and they walk through it, that heals everyone. That
Exactly.
that helps everyone collectively. So that needs to be how we move.